welcome. Happy Sunday. There's Chewy. As you guys can hear my sexy, beautiful voice, I I hope I'm not losing my voice, but it's barely there. But enough about me. Thank you all so much for being here. I am so excited to introduce my guest tonight. He is one of my favorite people. He knows what he's doing, and he does it with his family. So I love that so much. So everybody, please welcome the one, the only Chris, the New Jersey Picker. Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm really excited to meet this special guest that Coco said knows everything, and I can't wait till he gets here. I'm excited like everybody else. That's gonna be awesome.
Stop it. Thank you so much for being here, Chris.
Thank
You
you for
are
having me.
awesome.
I appreciate
Before I ask you to introduce yourself, I'm sure everybody knows you. I wanted to tell you that you are one of the people that pushed me to start my YouTube channel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I wanted to do it, and a lot of people were telling me, yeah, but I was hanging out with you a lot in your premieres, and I would talk about with you and whatever, and everybody else, and you would always say, Coco, go for it, go for it, go for it. You're not gonna lose anything. You won't, like, whatever. And I said, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna do it. So you are one of the people that inspired me to actually just do it, because I wanted to do it forever, but I wasn't doing it because you know how it is. And I just said, let's just do it. So thank you for that.
You're quite welcome, and I'm glad that you did it.
Yeah, thank you. So anyway, the floor is yours. Introduce yourself in case anybody does not know who you are, which I hope that's impossible because everybody knows who you are.
I don't know if everyone knows who I am. Thank you. So yeah, I'm Chris. I'm the New Jersey Picker, obviously from New Jersey. So for a long time, I've been telling everyone I'm a part-time reseller, and because I have a full-time job. But recently, now I've really rethought that, and I really am a full-time reseller with a full-time job, because this is
Yeah.
a full-time endeavor that I do. Every single day after I work my 9 to 5, I'm working on something, whether it's, taking pictures, doing listings, sourcing out where I'm going next, editing a YouTube video. And then my weekends are just full of just all of that, like every single week. So it is a full-time endeavor to do this. I mean, just even shipping things out, you have 15 orders, that takes time. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not part-time at this point anymore for me. This is definitely a full-time thing I'm doing with my other full-time job. So so I'm a full-time reseller out of New Jersey, and it's been a whirlwind. It's been great to get here. I absolutely love the reselling community. It's reselling is in my blood. It's a passion for me, and how accepting and welcoming this whole community has been, from people who have 10 subscribers to people who have 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
How everyone treats everyone on the same level playing field is just amazing, because you don't see that in other avenues of YouTube and genres in terms of, that kind of structure. It's
Yeah.
a totally different realm out here, and it's amazing to be part of this community.
Yay. And you go with your family sourcing, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, when I first started, so I mean, like, if everyone wants to know the entire story, let's just back up. So
The more you talk, the less I gotta talk.
okay. So we're going to back up to 2019. 2019, my daughter is 6 years old, and she says to me, "Hey, Dad, I want to be a YouTube star." And I was like, "Kid, I don't know anything about YouTube. I don't know how to do any of this." But she's
Oh,
6.
wow.
She's my little princess. So
Yeah.
I spent months researching, how do you do YouTube? How do you actually make a YouTube channel? And I said to her at the time, "What do you want to do? Like, what do you like?" And we were watching people doing unboxing videos of buying stuff from a company called Bulk online.
Mhm.
And she was like, "We should do that, Dad." So I literally spent months researching how to do this. I literally downloaded DaVinci Resolve 16, and I downloaded their PDF of, like, it's like a 3,500 page manual, and I read the entire thing. Like, I'm not lying, I didn't skip stuff. I read the entire thing because I wanted to know how to do this right from the get-go. I had a
Wow.
buddy of mine design my logo, who's a graphic designer. And we started a YouTube channel where we did unboxings, and then the Bulk unboxings became mystery unboxings, where we were doing like wrestling crates, Funko Pops,
Yeah.
BAM boxes, Zobi boxes, all this kind of stuff. And what was happening is, the boxes we were buying and the videos we're making, the stuff that we were selling was paying for the next box. and we weren't making any money. And we were
Mhm.
putting out a video every day. And in about a year and a half, we got about to 400 and some subscribers, and I got burnt out. It was just too much to
Mhm.
do a video every single day, to do all these mystery boxes. It was
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
So we took 6 months off in starting January 2020. And if everyone knows what happened in 2020, it was the
Something
perfect time
happened.
to stop, right? Something major happened where everyone sort of shut
Yeah.
everything down. So once all that happened, I was like, I started watching all these reselling videos, because I was like, I got super into watching like John the Cincinnati Picker, Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker. I was watching Froggy Flips, Harry Tornado, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is cool. This is something that I could think about doing, right?
Yeah.
So come like June or July-ish of that year, I was like, I'm going to start going out to yard sales every week, because I loved yard sales when I was a kid. And I was like, I'm going to go to yard sales. I'm going to buy stuff. I'm going to make money reselling it, because,
Yeah.
it's a pandemic going on. This is something we can do to make extra money. And I was like, I have a GoPro. Why don't I start filming it? So in September of 2020, we rebranded the channel as New Jersey Picker, and I put my first video out, and we've been going ever since. So it's it's crazy. Maybe it wasn't 2020. Maybe it was 2021. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think now. My math might be off. I don't know. Whatever it was, you can go back and check out. We're not going to fact check my dates, because I'm old. But anyway, so yeah, we took that 6 months off. We rebranded. I became New Jersey Picker, and yes, I go with my family a lot of the time. There's times when they can't go with us. I've gone picking with my nephew, with my daughter, my daughter's uncle. And now my mom goes almost every weekend with me. She loves picking. So if you
I
guys
love that.
if you guys know old NC Picker, ADH Dave now,
Yeah.
his mom goes with him all the time. My mom goes with me all the time too. She loves it. She's actually a harder negotiator than I am. She can negotiate with people down like so much. It's crazy. Like, people have like a $25 price tag. She's like, you take $10 for this? I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? Like, yeah, it's a family affair. On the
I
picking
love that.
on the picking part, it's a family affair.
Yes.
On the other part of it, the listing part, the shipping part, the gathering part, that's all me.
Absolutely.
They don't want to do any of that stuff. I've tried to get my daughter to want to help with that, but she doesn't want to have anything to do with that. So, she's 10 going on 16. So we're going to, hopefully at some point she'll start helping out with that. But now it's not the time. So.
All right. Let's say hello to our friends here. Let's see who's here. Melanie is here. Hello, my friend. And thank you for sharing Chris's YouTube.
Oh, thank you, Melanie.
He also has Instagram. If you can put that there, I have it out, but if you can do that, that would be greatly appreciated. Hi, Lenoy. Hi, Mama. She is a new YouTuber, Chris, and she knows her stuff too. She is just starting.
That's awesome.
So she's awesome. Let's see. Oh, Chrissy is here. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Mama. And Miss Fallen One. Hello from Australia. Wow. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you.
Australia's a day ahead of us right now, right? So they're like it's like the fourth already.
I think they live in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Rachel. Congratulations, Rachel, on 15,000 subscribers.
That's awesome.
Amazing. She's amazing. Hello, Jen. Who you be screaming at? Okay, so what happened was my daughter takes karate classes. She's only 2.5 years old, but she's taking karate classes. And she's like, her and this boy are always like together. And he was sick, so he got her sick. And she's fine now, but of course now who gets sick? Mama. So I'm hoping that it'll go away by tomorrow, because September is my birthday month and I don't want to be sick. I want to do stuff. So hopefully by tomorrow it'll be gone. So that's what happened. Nothing crazy happened, but that's basically what happened. Wow, that sexy voice. Thank you. New Jersey in the hizzle. What part of New Jersey are you at, Chris?
So everyone thinks of New Jersey and they think of like cities, overpopulated, wall-to-wall people, and I am literally in like the boonies of New Jersey. I live in Hunterdon County, New Jersey. It is all farmland. Cows and deer and foxes and bears, and I live at the bottom of a small mountain, I guess you could call it. But yeah, it's not like when you picture New Jersey, like if you've seen like any pictures of like, oh, beautiful New Jersey, that's sort of like where I am. Like if you've
Yeah.
heard of Clinton, New Jersey, historic Clinton, New Jersey is not too far from me. Actually, in my the background of my little intro thing is actually the Red Mill Barn from Clinton, New Jersey. I just sort of snagged that picture from there.
Yeah.
Because it's super close to where I live. But yeah, I live in that part. And it's funny, I am the New Jersey picker, right? But if you've been watching any of my videos over the last year, I literally pick in Pennsylvania 80%
That's
of the
what I
time.
was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, where I live, when I look at my yard sale maps, or I have yard sale maps, I have garage sale,
Yeah.
the garage sale app, I have Craigslist, I have the Facebook marketplace I look at, right?
Yeah.
If I look at the maps every week, I have to travel an hour north, east, or south to get to a sale in Jersey, or I can travel 20 minutes and get to 5 times as many sales in Pennsylvania. So for me, it's like a no-brainer. It's like I want to see the sales hit in New Jersey,
Yeah.
unless we're having like a township-wide yard sale, which only happens
Yeah.
twice a year around here. And all the townships around me have like the sale on the same day, so it's not even like I can stagger them.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sort of stuck, shopping in Pennsylvania, which it's not bad because I get a lot of great stuff. But
you get lots of good stuff.
yeah, but I really wish I could be in Jersey more.
Yeah. Hey, Shigan. Hi, my friend. Happy Sunday. And Nutter is here for a little while, going over Discord in 30 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What's your 9 to 5, Chris?
So I don't look it, but I'm a little old. Funny story before we get into that. If everyone doesn't know, I'm the moderator for the Trash to Cash resellers Facebook page. So I'm actually friends with Kevin the Commonwealth Picker, and this past Tuesday, one of our community friends, Brian Big and Fun, actually bought a suite at a Phillies game, and about 20 of us went to the Phillies game with Kevin.
Wow.
And, when Kevin met me, he was like, dude, he goes, how are you older than me? He goes, you look so much younger than me. I was like, thank you so much. You're like my favorite reseller now of all time. Yeah, so going back, what's my 9 to 5? So I've had a storied career. I have had many years in management and in upper management up until around 2018-ish, where my last job, I got severely injured on the job, and I was actually on long-term disability for 3 years. It actually helped make the YouTube channel because I wasn't actually working, so I had the time to do the YouTube channel and get all this started. So I really thank that for happening, even though it was a bad thing in my life to get, I had my back was really messed up. I had severely herniated discs in my L4, L5. I had bilateral epidurals 8 times to try to get it under control over the 2-year period. And then, yeah, it was just a mess. But anyway, being in all that, once the pandemic hit and I was actually cleared to actually go back to work, I was like, I don't want to go back to work in a high management position. I don't want to go back to work in a field where I feel like I'm just contributing to a company growing larger and not making a difference. So I really took a step back and said, what do I want to do? I want to continue doing what I'm doing with reselling. And I also want to do something where I can make a difference. So I looked at telehealth, and I hooked up with a company that shot to the moon really quickly in mental health telehealth. And then unfortunately, because they went so high so quick, they went through 3 rounds of layoffs and got rid of the entire staff. And I was on the 3rd round of cuts back in March of this year.
No.
So I lost my job there, but because I had made so many contacts at that job, the day that happened, I got offered a new job at a new company, which I'm at now, also in the telehealth field. And I actually work in the billing department there, but I also do training, so it's fun. And
that's awesome.
And it's another great, a different field than I was in. It's not in mental health. It's actually in weight loss, and it's great to be able to work for a company that's actually helping people. That's good. Yeah.
And she also wants to know, did you go to FlipCon? And I know that answer because
you were there. I was not. Yeah, so no, I did not go to FlipCon. I had a lot of plans to go to a lot of places this year, and I did not get to any of them, unfortunately. But next year, we have a lot of stuff planned already. So we're going to be hopefully getting out there more. What's really great, this new job that I'm at, they give me unlimited PTO. And when they say unlimited, they really mean unlimited. And I can just take off whenever I need to. And if you plan it far enough in advance, they don't care how much you take. So
Oh,
which is
wow.
phenomenal. So I'm going to be able to do more things next year, which is really great.
Wow. Chewy says take a whole year off.
Seriously, right? It's unlimited. I'll see you in 2025. It's fine.
Well, next year, Chewy and I are planning on going to the Boss Reseller Mix in Vegas. So hopefully, if you go, that would be amazing. Okay, there you go. It might be inappropriate. It might not be appropriate on Coco's live. Yeah, she can talk about this when she starts her lives, because Rachel's gonna start her live soon, so we can all know what happened, why she's not there any longer, if she wants to talk about it. But that's her story to say. Love that she inspired you, Chris. How sweet. Yes, yeah, Chris is he's awesome. Hey, Keith. Yay. All right, let's see who else is here trying to catch up with this chat, which I love. Shagan, you were on Kat's show, right? Yes, you were.
Yep, just past Tuesday, I was on with Cernock, and of course, Rod's there every week too. I mean, just amazing community there too, amazing people. Like I said in the beginning, the whole reselling community is just amazing. It's just everyone is just so nice and helpful and warm and welcoming, and yeah, and that's also something up until this, actually, that was my first actual reselling podcast that I was on. You're now my second, which is great. I never really did any of that before. I really, last year I got involved with the Trash to Cash guys, got involved with their Discord, and then I've really been getting a lot more.
I still haven't yet.
I'm telling you, if anyone has not watched the Trash to Cash podcast, it's great. It's a fun podcast. Dave, Kevin, and Carrie are just super fun guys, and it's a structure. It's a bunch of hijinks, which is great. But being involved more, I never. So, what's the best way of saying this? When I set out to do this, I didn't set out to make a YouTube channel because I want to be a YouTube sensation. I didn't ever set out to do this because I want to have 100,000 subscribers or 500,000 subscribers or 50,000 subscribers. I honestly was so excited the day I became monetized when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I thought that was 1,000 people are following me. That's nuts. And now I look at it today, I'm like, I had 4,500 subscribers. I'm just like, it's mind blowing to me. And I'm just so
close to 5
and humble that people just want to watch what I'm putting out there. It's just, that's why I do what I do. That's why I do this. I don't do it because I'm trying to create content. I do it because I love reselling. I love picking, and I love showing that content to people, because editing videos is not easy. It's not anyone. And I always, and I know I told you to go for it, but it is, when you start out doing this, you have to have that mindset. I'm going to do this for a year or two before I get monetized, because it's hard to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. It is really hard. It's not easy. And editing these videos is not easy at all. It isn't. I don't know about you, but one of the things I struggle with every single video is, what do I call this darn thing? What's my title going to be? Because that's my process. I start at the title, and then I make my thumbnail, and then I edit the video. So then I know what the structure is. I can never go in and edit a video and then make, all right, I'm going to put together a thumbnail from the video, and then I'm going to put together a title from what I edited. I have to work in that process. And that's sometimes I get the writer's block where I'm like, ugh, especially because you know me. I mean, if everyone doesn't know, I put my stuff out in order. My stuff is in chronological order. So right now, like the video I put out today was from June 30th. The next video I put out was from when I went yard selling on July 3rd, I think it was, right?
Yeah, you do that a lot.
That's what I do. So it's like, I don't pick and choose. I'm not like, oh, well, there was a cool incident here, so that's gonna be my next video. There's a cool incident here, that's my next video. I may have a video where I just bought some bread and butter things, and that's what happened that video. So finding out a title can be difficult. So it's a struggle. It really is. Yeah, but it's just something I do because I love it. It's
exactly. That's why I keep doing it, because if I didn't enjoy it, I would not be doing this for free.
Right.
And I actually enjoy going out, sourcing, thrifting, and even though editing is hard, I do enjoy editing because it gets my mind like trying to be creative,
Right.
It's
funny you say that, because when I know I have to edit a video, I want to do everything besides editing the video. But when I start editing it, I'm like, oh wow, I love doing this and it's great. I just started getting in that zone. You start rolling with it, and you're like, yeah, I can trim this here. This doesn't need to be
Yep.
here. You know, maybe the audio needs to get bumped up here. Maybe I can put a little picture here, you know. But before I get there, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'd rather take pictures. But then when I have to go take pictures, I'm like, I'd rather be editing a video right now. There's no pleasing me. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Mary's here. Hi, Mary. And Kristen is here. She just put out a video with Nashville, with Ray, Nashville Flippers, and that was so much fun. I hope she comes down to Florida so we can go. So we can go sourcing because she's so good at the bins. Love that you have the family involved. Yeah, yep. It's so awesome. Yeah. Hit that like, peeps. Yes, please hit it. Hey, Angie. Oh my goodness. Angie's here. Your voices is so bad. Listen, I apologize for this robot sound machine.
It's very sultry. I know Chewy's loving it back there.
Yeah. He's like, babe, you're hitting puberty? Mary says, oh, I figured smoking that carton of cigarettes a day finally caught up with you, know? I do not smoke. I can't. I'm sorry for whoever smokes here, but I cannot stand the smoke. I'm sorry.
I mean, you do sort of sound like one of Marge's sisters on The Simpsons.
Oh my goodness. All right, a carton a day. I know. I smoke a carton a day. Yeah, Savvy Thrifty, she just quit smoking 4 weeks ago. She is doing so. I told her every time that she feels like she needs a smoke, I say, you gotta list something. You gotta list something. And she's saying that she's doing it, and she's doing really, really good. That's fantastic. I quit smoking years ago. Every once in a while, I have the urge. Yeah, and I regret it instantly. Yeah, no, I get it. Yay, way to go, Savvy. You're on the home stretch. Yay. Hello, Amber. Hi, Mama. She is the wife of the Peking preacher. She's amazing. Hey, G, what's up? Yeah, everybody's here. And now that my wife is saying Coco is her beautiful friend, I guess I gotta make it weird and say to Chewy, hello, my beautiful friend. You are noticed as well. Oh, yay! Oh my gosh, Kristen, we would have so much fun, seriously.
I am so the fact that you are in Florida and you get those kind of bins, because up here in New Jersey, my closest bin store is probably about an hour away from my house. And I went there once with Brian, and then I also went with the Lehigh Valley Trash Panda. He's new. Yeah. He's out of Lehigh Valley, obviously, which is west of me. And the bin store we hit up there, it was not good. Like, it was not good by any way, shape, or form. And like, even the ones that I've gone to down near Philadelphia have not been great. Like, I watched the videos of you guys in Florida, and then I see like Carry American Arbitrage out in Vegas, like, and like, hitting those bins up. I'm like, where are those bins around here? I would love that. Like,
no,
crazy.
And like here we have bins, right? But I don't know, like, and I have to drive. One, I have to drive 35 minutes, and the other one I have to drive 45 minutes to the bins. Mm-hmm. So I make it like a whole day. Like, I go like, I'll be there for 4 or 6 hours. Like, I make it worth it, But I wish my bins were like everybody else's, like that you got a lot of hard goods, not just clothes and shoes. I love shoes and clothes. I'm trying to get into it because I know clothes will always sell. But my favorite things is hard goods. And so there's one bin that has a little bit of hard goods, and then the other bins, no hard goods at all. Like, they have like hats, which I love hats, but then they have purses and whatever. So I want to do like a road trip and like try to see other bins as well, because that would be so much fun to actually dig through hard goods at the bins.
We would do good binning together, because I hate shoes. If you, I will buy shoes every once in a blue moon, and I just despise the fact that once I see them in my death pile, I'm like, oh God, why did I buy those? I have to now take pictures, I have to clean them, I have to list them. Ugh, just I don't know why I do it to myself, but I hate
Yeah.
the fact that I miss a good shoe.
Yeah.
But I do like clothes a lot. I've really pivoted my business this year and really started buying a lot of clothes. I'm not sure you probably have seen this. I know you've seen all my videos, but my biggest score ever now has been when I hit up that one sale where the lady was selling Robert Graham button down limited edition shirts. I mean, I turned a $75 investment into over $1,700 of sales, which was crazy. I had no clue clothes could be worth that much money.
That
And
was
now
amazing.
I'm just like every sale I look for clothes because you can
I
make.
remember that video.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that was the best. I literally thought when I did that, I was like, all right, these are going to probably be worth like maybe $100. I had no idea I was going to make that much money on them. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm learning clothes little by little. I'm not the best, but I'm learning little by little. He says he started running and it's only twice a week, but I'm about to go now. Woohoo! That's amazing, Keith. Awesome. Babe, Philly Flipper. Hey, sexy Chewy.
Hey, Paul's in the building. What's up, Paul?
Yes. Way to go, Sammy. Yay. Yes, Angie. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my goodness. It would be so much fun. Fizzy, Fizzy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna screw their names, but they're friends of ours. They're Frizzy or Fizzy. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. But they went to Northport Bins and they said that it wasn't that good. And Northport is where Paul lives, and I want to go to those bins because I'm curious how those are. But I was told that I think it's either Sarasota or St. Petersburg that's really, really good. Like every 30 minutes, they have new bins.
That's crazy.
Every 30 minutes, clothes, hard goods, clothes, hard goods. I was told that that's the place that I have to go. So I have to find out where exactly is the one because I would be so happy. Let's have a meetup. You and Kristen come down. I will think about, you will think about us joining. That's fine. That's fine. You can't handle the competition. I understand, Paul. It's okay. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Mine's more like 10 yards. That's awesome. Hey, I don't run. I either do Zumba or I just walk. That's all I can do. Hey, perfectly blessed. Welcome.
I just went to the bathroom.
I can stumble pretty well. I'm good at stumbling. That's pretty much it now. My advanced years.
All right, let's see who else. Oh, my sister's in the house. Hey, Pam, love you. Yay! All right, am I? Let's see. If you guys have any questions for Chris, let me know. You can write them down. If not, I'm just gonna be talking with him. Look who's in the house. Hey, guys.
Hey, it's either Corey or Teresa, one of the two, or both.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys.
Yay! No, Paul, we're gonna go to City Thrift. It's a thrift store. It's everything 50% off. So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow. We're gonna be there by 6:45.
Sorry, we're not rich like you. You know, you can buy stuff.
Out of cash. No,
we don't make 5 trips back to your car in a wagon. So
I wish. So, Chris, I noticed that in your video today, nobody has seen it today. It's really good. He bought something that was supposed to be real and it wasn't. And so, yeah. So, but I heard in your video that you use Vendoo.
Yes, I do. Yeah. So I started cross-listing again because I cross-listed about a year ago, I would say.
Yeah.
And I was using List Perfectly because I was selling on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. But about, I don't know how long it was, whenever it was that eBay decided they were going to change their formatting process of how you did listings, List Perfectly stopped putting things in the Facebook Marketplace the right way. it became a huge hassle, and it was just like weeks and then a couple of months where it just wasn't ever updated. So I was like, you know what, Facebook Marketplace is honestly like maybe 4% of my sales, so
Yeah.
like I'm just not going to worry about this and do it, because it was a pain, because like I would not list into list I know you're supposed to put your things in the list perfectly and then list that, then list out to the platforms, but I would always do my listings on eBay and use list
That's what we
perfectly,
would do.
right? And it just stopped working, so I stopped using it. But then I had seen ADH Dave talking about Vendu, and I was like, wow, I'm really into close this year. I thought I only had like maybe 150 closed listings. Turns out I have close to 400. So
Wow.
I probably should have a Poshmark store.
Yeah.
And I should have a Mercari store too, because everyone says Mercari is good to sell on. So
Yeah.
Dave's talking about Vendu. I looked into Vendu, and so I started using Vendu. And let me tell you, it's super easy to use. They actually have a part of their plan where you can actually pay like $12, and it'll take all of your eBay listings and import them right into Vendu for you, so you don't have to do any work. And what I really love about it is they have a different pay structure based on the size of your store. So if you only have 200 listings, say, you can get a cheaper plan. And if you have a very robust store, you can get a more expensive plan. Now, the more expensive plan obviously is more expensive than what List Perfectly charges. But if you're a smaller reseller starting out, you don't have to pay that $50 a month. You can pay like $20 a month to use their service. So it is nicer in that kind of aspect, where it's more catered to your actual store size. And it's great because it does, once you sell something on one platform, it delists it from everything for you, which is really nice. So
we use Flip because it's free, but it always has a problem with Mercari. So we are thinking about going back to like paying for a processing platform. So we're thinking on what to do, because we did use List Perfectly before, and he liked it a lot because he's the one that crosses for me. But Vendu has an app, and and Vendu, Angie talks a lot about Vendu, very highly of it. And then also Rachel, she said that she was talking about how it was so easy for her, like while she was in the car, she can like cross list on her phone because it's on the app. It's so easy, like while she's like picking up her son or whatever.
Yep.
So
also, Vendu also does have a background remover feature as well. So if you don't pay for background remover, Vendu has one built right in that works really well. So it's super nice in that aspect. It's I don't know. I like the presentation. It's a lot cleaner looking and a little bit more polished looking than I thought the other one was. Not to say, again, I'm not saying anything bad about List Perfectly. It's a great platform. But my preference is just, I like how Vendu looks. It just, for me, it's the nice one. Yes, Vendu is the best. # sponsor.
Yeah. Bye, Keith. Thank you for showing up. Have a great run.
Like
hey. Huh?
He said more like shuffle down the street. Love it.
Hey, but at least you're doing it, though. Hey, Lilac. Hey, Meg. Sorry, Meg. Yay. All right. So, besides reselling, because I know you love reselling, what's your favorite thing to do besides reselling? Because I know you love reselling, but is there anything that you do to like have fun or de-stress with the family or by yourself or whatever that's not reselling?
I used to, but not anymore. This is all I do, just work and resell now. So my favorite thing to do right now is obviously spending time with my daughter. She's 10 going on 16. It's really crazy. Since we had some family over today, and then the premiere was on at 7, we watched the video with family and friends tonight, and then we actually watched the video from a year ago, and we saw the difference in how much Emily has grown in the last year. It is insane how different she looks. I mean, she truly is 10 going on 16. It is nuts. She sprouted up like probably got 6 or 7 inches since last year. I mean, she's taller than my mother. She's taller than my sister. She's almost as tall as my wife. It's nuts. But yeah, so when we have free time, which again, it's not a lot, but we do try to make time to do stuff. We actually over the past year, we were watching like all the Marvel movies. She's really gotten into horror a lot now, so we've been watching horror movies with her. Like we watched like I think 9 of the first 9 Friday the 13th movies with her. It's like Jason's her favorite. We started watching. We watched
10 years old.
Yeah, So she is one of the most mature 10-year-olds you ever meet. She was one of the most mature 6-year-olds you ever meet. She is the sweetest, most amazing kid. I mean,
That's
I know
awesome.
everyone says that, but like everybody says it about my kid. It's just she's awesome, and she's very mature for her age. And she was reading at like when she was 5, she was reading at like a 12-year-old level. Now she's reading at like an 18-year-old level. I mean, she's put together. She can handle it. She knows what's real, what's fake. She just likes it. She likes the old 80s campy stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
I love that too.
love all those movies.
Right. So but what we really love to do now is so I said to her, she loves to draw. Like drawing is one of her favorite passions.
That's awesome.
And she liked Hello Kitty and like the Pusheen and that kind of stuff, like sort of like animation. I was like, kid, you like that stuff. You like stuff like Stranger Things, you like Harry Potter. Why don't we watch like an anime? Like you like superheroes. Why don't we find one that you might like? So together we found My Hero Academia, and we're now at 5. And it is literally both of our favorite shows. We absolutely love it. She is like, she'll get red in the face if she's watching this now, which she might be. She loves the character Todoroki. It's like her favorite character. It's like the screensaver on her phone. Emily, if you're watching, sorry if I'm embarrassing you. We love watching that show together. So whenever we do have some time, that's what we will watch, like in like a couple episodes, try to get caught up because it's just a fun, great show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you hear him? Because I know it's a little hard to hear sometimes.
He said amen to that?
Yeah, he did. Hey, Fart Sack Jack. I love that name. Fart Sack
Jack.
Hey, guys. Thanks for being here. Yeah, you can see my sexy voice here. All right, Amber. Have a good night, Mama. Give little Tia a kiss for me. Yeah, they have like 6 kids or 7 kids. And I swear she's Wonder Woman. Amber is Wonder Woman.
We have 1 kid and 8 cats, and that's enough. Might be too much.
That was my next question. If you had animals, so you have 8 cats?
Yeah, so we have 8 cats. All of them are rescues.
Oh.
And we had 5 cats, and my wife had found a cat that had not been adopted for 6 months because when he was born, he had something wrong with his right eye, like some sort of like conjunctivitis kind of thing, and his eye is all cloudy. So he wasn't being adopted at 6 months old. He can see perfectly fine of it. The doctor said there's nothing wrong with it, it has a weird look to it, right? So no one was adopting him, but no one also was adopting his 2 brothers as well. So when my wife went to go look at the one cat, she goes, these other 2 cats are really adorable and cute. And I was like, I said, what's honestly the difference between 6 cats and 8 cats? Once you're past 5, you're crazy cat people to begin with. So if it's 6, if it's 8, whatever, I don't care. Bring them all home. And she was like, really? She goes, I didn't think you were going to say yes. I'm like, it's fine. If you're bonded brothers, don't break them up. Bring them all home. And so we got 3 more cats. So yeah,
wow.
we have
We don't, not that we don't like cats, but we have 2 big dogs and not 1 medium and 1 big dog. But I guess like I'm allergic to cats, I guess, in a way. I don't think I am, but I might be. You are? You still have 8 cats?
Yeah, so I'm allergic to cats and dogs. When I was growing up, we had poodles when I was growing up because poodles are hypoallergenic. And then when our last poodle passed away many, many years ago, we actually had a couple of cats at that point that I was dealing with. And then we were just like, yeah, well, I guess we're not going to do dogs again because they're a lot more work. And then just 1 cat became 2, and 2 became 3, and then 3 became 4, 4 became 5, now 5 became 8. So it's just
I love dogs, and if I could and I would, I'd probably adopt all the dogs that don't have a home. I suffer, and I'm just like, oh my God. But we don't have the space and the money to take care of them because we have to be realistic. It takes a lot of money to take care of dogs. So,
it does. I mean, cats are not cheap either.
They're
super expensive.
Yeah. So, Rachel, I have a Catahoula leopard dog mixed with boxer and lab. That's his mother. And then his dad is a Catahoula leopard dog. And our medium-sized dog, she is a Beagle Hound mix, and they are both crazy, very energetic. They test my patience, but I love them so much. And yeah, they're the best thing that I don't have just one child. I have three. I have my daughter and then I have my two dogs. And I love them. But they are a lot of work.
Yeah,
They are a lot of work.
animals are family.
Yeah. She was the Beagle Hound mix. She was a rescue. And then the black one, my Catahoula leopard dog, I got him because my friend, her dog had puppies. And my crazy self decided to adopt him. And so I did. So, but I love them so much. So I love animals. I love dogs. My mom used to have a horse.
Oh,
And his
wow.
name was Toby, in Puerto Rico. And that was her. She was really good at riding the horse, and that horse was really, really sweet. And she always had dogs as well. So we've always had dogs. My first dog was a Rottweiler, a German Rottweiler.
Wow.
And that was my first dog.
Probably a big dog, right?
Yeah, we love big dogs. Yeah, we're a big dog family. And my sister has a Labrador Golden Doodle. And she is the best. Oh my God, that dog is so smart, so beautiful. She's the best.
Yeah, poodles are one of the smartest dogs out there. That's why a lot of people like
separation anxiety.
Stop. She just loves us. He says that she has separation anxiety, but she just loves us. She likes being with us. He doesn't understand.
I actually honestly think that's why my mother started going garage selling with me, because she got to see so many dogs.
I know.
She just loves every time we go. Like, I mean, just yesterday we went. I think we probably saw like, I don't know, 30, 40 dogs yesterday. So
yeah. Cats are like, is it cocaine powder? Maybe cocaine. The allergies can minimize after purposeful exposure. Oh, I miss my dog. I know. She used to have a beautiful dog. Okay. Random question. Here we go. Where do you like to vacation? It's a great question, Chrissy. Thank you.
Sure. That's easy for me. My dream is to eventually move and retire down to the Outer Banks. I just love the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We also do like the Bethany Beach, Rehoboth Beach, Ocean City, Maryland area. We vacationed there for many years, but North Carolina is my absolute favorite. I just absolutely love it down there.
We just went to North Carolina for FlipCon, and we love driving North Carolina.
It's just it's a beautiful state. It's even the populated areas are laid back. Everyone's just super nice down there. It's just
they are.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Totally, they are. Do you source in Delaware, or is that far for you?
Yeah, no, I usually don't get down to Delaware. Then actually, my one video I put out a couple weeks ago, I actually did on the way down to our North Carolina vacation. I did source in Delaware. From the few sales I found, but Delaware is probably like an hour and 45 minutes for me, so I don't really get down that way too much.
I used to live in Delaware a long, long time ago.
Oh, whereabouts?
I used to live in Bear.
I know where that is. Yeah. Okay.
I used to live in Wilmington and then work in Bear.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always wondered how sourcing is in that state, because it's such a small state.
Well, I can tell you, when I was driving down in June, there was probably like a handful of sales in the Wilmington area. That's where I actually stopped at. And then that whole Route 113 corridor down, there was like a spackling of sales in Dover, and that was it. There was nothing else. We literally drove from all the way from Dover, all the way down through Maryland, then Virginia, all the way to Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. And we saw maybe 3 or 4 sales. It was so scary how little sales there were.
Locaine is from The Princess Bride. Nothing illicit.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, I was like, what?
And it's iocane. It's not an L. It's an I.
Iocane, yeah.
Iocane powder. Yes, yeah.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna blame it on the medicine. So, where's your favorite place to source? Probably garage sales, because that's right, or rubbish sales.
So, I would say yard sales are definitely my number one. I love yard sale season. Rummage sales are definitely a second behind that. My least favorite are estate sales. I know there are some people who do phenomenal at estate sales. I have just never had success at estate sales. I think let me rephrase that. There was one estate sale I did good at, but I didn't do great because it seems like a lot of the companies in this area always let like their regulars in like a half hour, an hour before
No
the
way.
general public. And like, so like the one estate, so I did okay with, there was already a guy and his daughter shopping in there for like 45 minutes before I got there, and he got all the good, like the really good stuff. So like, I don't know. And also I have had a sour experience with an estate sale company in this area too. So I don't know. Estate sales are just really low in my totem pole. I do love rummage sales. Especially the church run ones.
Yeah.
I love books and media, and the book
Yeah.
sales around here are phenomenal. But they haven't had one in a while. I don't know. Like there was like the ones in the spring were not, they were sparse. They weren't like last year. Last year, spring and fall, they were all over the place. And there was even like some in the summer, but like there hasn't been a lot of them. And like the church sales that they have been like indoor yard sale church sales. So
Yeah.
I'm really hoping we get more of like those book media sales, because I mean I love those and I make a killing at them. So,
Yeah, I'm glad that they do well for you, because for us, they don't do well at all. Like, I tried selling media and stuff, but it doesn't really, I don't know. It just, unless it's like horror or something, but like,
right. So like media is really tough. Like it's tough
Yeah.
if you don't know what you're looking for, because I'm going to be honest with you, 90% of the media that's out there, you're not going to make a lot of money on. You're just
Yeah.
not, like, because it's
Yeah.
everyone has it. So like with books, you have to know like what are people looking for? That's something I do often. I will go to eBay and I'll just look up a category and see what what's sold like today, like what's sold for the highest amount today, and like
Yeah.
some of like the things that are always selling are like old 1950s book sets. You get sets of books, kids books especially from the 50s or 60s. Those are
Yeah.
golden, especially if you have like a full run of them. Are they going
Yeah.
to be quick sellers for you? No, they're going to be long tail. Most old media is, but they will sell, and they will sell well. And yeah, like right now, the big craze is sealed VHS tapes. Everyone loves sealed VHS. If you get sealed horror VHS
Even
tapes,
better.
it's better. But I always tell everyone, don't sleep on unsealed horror VHS tapes. I haven't put the video out yet. It'll be coming soon. I don't know when. But I actually bought like 42 horror VHS tapes for like $10, like a quarter a piece.
Whoa.
I've been selling them for like between $8 to $12 a pop. Now, for some people, they don't want to do that. They don't want to take the time. Like some
Yeah.
people, if it's going to sell less than 15, I'm not going to do it. But if I
Yeah.
buy something for a quarter and I can
Yeah.
sell it for $10, even after all my fees, I'm
Yeah.
still making like $7.50, $8 a profit on that item. I
Yeah.
don't know. I always think, for me, I think the coolest thing as a reseller is I can take a quarter, put it in this hand, and do a little bit of work, and I can have $8 over here. I want to do that all day, every day. That's my kind of thing. I love it. So
And I agree with you. That's one of the things I liked about you when I started watching your videos, because you find bangers all the time, but you also find like bread and butter and like items that don't go for a lot, and they do sell for you. So I was like, this is while I was watching your videos and I was actually doing this first thing, I was like, okay, this is reality what you're doing.
yep, that's what I
You
try to
find bangers every now and then. Bread and butter and like little sales and stuff, that's reality. That's what people find all the time. But
and it's knowing
that doesn't attract people.
right. Yeah, from a content creation side, yeah, it may not be as flashy or as sexy as like some
Yeah.
wow, I found this $3,000 item sitting at a yard sale. Does
Yeah.
that happen all the time? No. Like
Yeah.
bread and butter stuff makes money. If you want to make money reselling, you can. You don't always have to sell things for a high price. You have to buy low and sell for a smart price. But again, when I first started, and you'll know because you were watching my videos when I first started, I was super cheap at yard sales. I'm not going to lie to anyone.
Yeah.
I literally was the cheapest guy out there. This year, I carry a lot more money around, and I do buy higher priced items because, if I can buy something for $20 and flip it for $80, I make a lot more profit on that one item than I do if I sell something for a quarter and sell it for $10.
Yeah.
But it all evens out. You have to have a good mix. Yeah. Something I always tell everyone, and it from watching my videos, I preach this to everyone who talks about going into this. You have to sell what you like, because if you don't like what you're selling, you are not going to want to list it. You're not going to want to take a picture of it. You're not going to want to package it up. You're not going to want to sell it. You're not going to do the research to see what it's worth, which is why I don't like doing shoes. And I know I don't. And I know I leave money behind, but I'm not going to buy like a ton of something that I just don't like. You know, I like old cool things. You know what? I like a lot. I don't drive a motorcycle, but I love Harley Davidson stuff. One, it sells well, but also I think it looks really cool, especially the old stuff you get from like the 70s, 80s, even the 90s. It looks cool. You know,
I love Harley. Yeah.
You know, look, stuff that's just really cool looking is just like, I don't know. You can't see it, but I got like my next death pile I got to take pictures of behind me here. Or I'm sorry, a list. I got a ton of stuff here, right? I wish I could grab it. I literally found a graphic novel, right, from it's Creature from the Black Lagoon graphic novel. I found for $1 at a sale, right?
Yeah.
It's $40, right? People, I literally found it around 12 o'clock on the second day of a sale. People were just walking by it for 2 days. You know, so, and I picked up, so I was like, wow, Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is cool old horror stuff. I was like, what is it? How much does this cost? The guy's like $1. I'm like, why is this still here? I'm like, I'm buying it. You know, like, those are the kind of thing. I just love that kind of old, kind of cool stuff. I like Smalls a lot too, because Smalls are great. Because you know, this is my office. This is where I do my 9-to-5 job. This is where I do my sourcing. It is a disaster. Yeah. My inventory system is the worst. Like, if you I'm not sure if you watched when I did Cat and Rods, but someone did ask me that, and I operate on the Commonwealth Picker inventory system. It's I've literally just started using some like bin systems. Like I actually have some of my newer stuff is actually in categories, but like most of my stuff isn't. Most of my stuff, if I sell it, it's like, all right, I know it's in this bin. I hope.
Yeah, for us, like we have like our breakables like in one spot. So I know it's anything that if it sells and it's breakable, it's gonna be in one spot. But everything else has a skew because my memory is not the best. And Shuey's memory is good, but we still need to inventory because it's a lot of inventory that we have.
Yeah.
How many listings do you have on eBay?
I'll tell you exactly. I'll look right now. 2,731.
Okay.
Which is also why I say I'm doing this more full-time now, because when I first started, when I had 400 listings, 500 listings, it was still part-time, right? Yeah. When you have that many listings, it's a lot to manage.
Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah.
Too. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. And we went up to like 1,000. I don't even know what was the highest that we had. And it was like, okay, we need to stop what we're doing and see what's not selling and what's because we're getting up there, and I don't want to be a hoarder. I want things to sell, and I don't mind getting higher and higher listings, but like I want things to sell, and I feel like stuff that we had weren't worth it anymore. So that's why we did a really massive garage sale, and we sold like a lot, like from probably half of our inventory. We went down to like 600 items.
That's great.
I was over it. I was like, I'm done. So now we have like 700 something right now. So, but yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
It is, yeah. And managing that much inventory it's a ton of work. And I go in on the first of every month, right? And I go through and I look at my old stuff that hasn't sold, and then I end listing. And I don't sell similar like some people do. I just relist, right? I just, like in a realistic, it's quicker that way. But if I need to adjust prices, I can. And I also do the thing too, where if it's been like 3 or 4 times I've done this, like, you know what? That's an item that's just not going to sell. It's leaving. It's going to go. And we used to do garage sales, but I don't have the time anymore for it. So I have some local thrift stores that I just donate to now. If it hasn't sold after about a year, it's just going to the thrift store and they can have it and make some money on it for their cause,
Yeah. Hold on. Somebody came in that I want to say hi. Hold on. Roman is here. Where is he? There he is. Hi, Roman. How you doing, my friend? Let's see. Who else is here? My inventory system is flawless. It's called Ask Gramps Where It Is.
That is a great inventory system.
Mary, I'm so a hoarder right now. I feel like that's how we were starting to be. Like I was feeling that. Oh my god, no. So that's why I did that garage sale. I love yard sales. A good spring cleaning helps so much. It really does. It really does. You are amazing, Coco. Keep it up. Thank you. I'm like struggling. I'm trying not to cough. Oh my goodness. I'm like taking the cough drops, but they're really strong.
Get like the Halls ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yep. Oh, those things I can smell them through here. Yep.
Not my favorite, but
They
this is
do
the only
work.
way that I can breathe right now and talk to you.
Yeah.
Yep, Coco is my jam. Aw. You guys, where did this come from? You're so nice. You're so nice. Hey, Will, what's up? Have you heard of Reseller Madness, Chris?
Say again?
Have you heard of Reseller Madness?
No, I'm sorry that I have not. Should I have?
His name is Will. He's really cool. He's a cool
Will.
guy. He is starting his lives on Saturday now, and he's really smart. He's really funny, and he's really cool. And hopefully he's going to start doing more videos soon. No pressure, Will. And Anthony's in the house. Hey, Anthony.
Anthony.
Hey, Louis. Louis was here last week. How you doing, my friend? So good to see you. Yay, everybody's here. So happy. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Gotta jump out, guys. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you for being here. Have a good night. All right, let's see. I'm trying to get caught up. Okay, perfect. I'm good. Oh, there you go. Reseller Madness. There's his YouTube. Consider yourself lucky. Once you see me, there's no going back.
That's right. I'm gonna definitely check you out now.
Yeah, he's
I
really
literally, so on my 9 to 5, what I do is, so I have my I'm literally I'm on my work laptop right now. It's got a better camera than my personal computer. But I work here. I have another monitor up top for my work, and then next to me is I have my personal monitor, right?
Yeah.
So I do my 9 to 5. I literally I don't talk to anyone. I'm in the billing department, so I'm just doing billing things. I always have something reselling playing over there. So
awesome.
I mean, I can't obviously get. Literally, if I tried to get to everyone, there's not enough hours in the day to watch it.
Yeah.
So, but I always add new things in there, and I always like to see new content and new faces. So, Will, I will add you into the mix, and I will watch some of your videos this week.
Yes. He's awesome for sure. Oh, FYI, 3 listed. Thanks for keeping me company, team. You're welcome.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've been trying to list. Last year, I was listing like 10 items a day, like doom. But that's because Noelani, our daughter, was small, so she wasn't like walking a lot or running everywhere. So I had time to work. Now I feel like it's hard for me to take pictures or list or do whatever when she's like all over the place and she wants my attention and the dogs and everything. So I'm like this year has been like a little bit more challenging to find a balance just because she's getting older and the dogs are, and everything and the chores and helping Chew like better, so it's like trying to find a balance. So I feel like this year our sales haven't been as good as last year, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't know if you know this, Chris, but in July, I had a no sourcing month. That was hard.
That is hard.
That was so hard.
I don't think I could do that.
Listen, okay.
Well, actually, wait, I did do that, but not because I wanted to, because I was forced to. So I'll let you finish your story first.
Yeah, and then you tell yours.
Yeah.
Okay. I did a no sourcing month, right? Because first of all, I was saving up for FlipCon. So FlipCon was my priority. So, and I'm always on a budget. And I always say this, budget is like if you know me, at some point I'm going to mention the word budget. I can't help it. And it's important to me. And so, not having to, not sourcing for 30 days, not only was it hard because I love treasure hunting, but not having content for YouTube was hard. So I had to get creative and do like other types of videos. So I went out of my comfort zone to like do all these kinds of videos. I even did a video on how to cross list or how to transfer Poshmark listings to Whatnot Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun because that was my first time doing that sort of video. And that video doesn't have a lot of views, but a lot of people like received it very well and they're happy I did that. But trying to be creative for like a whole month was so hard, just so that I didn't spend money, so that money would go to Flipkart and other bills that I had to pay. So that was like part of the whole thing of like sales being down as well, because I had nothing to list because
Right.
everything was listed. I was trying to do sell similar, but I don't really think that was really working. So I feel like now that I'm starting to list every day, now sales have picked up. So that's a blessing. Like right now we have 5 sales on eBay and like one in Poshmark. So that's really nice because like a couple of weeks ago we would have nothing over the weekend. So little by little.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, tell me your story.
So yeah, so I mean, I think you know already. I did not list. I didn't do any sourcing from December,
Yeah.
Christmas Eve,
Mhm.
until almost the end of. Actually, I think it was the first week of February because I got COVID really
Yeah.
bad. And I mean, I didn't put any content out for a month. I was literally on the couch for 2 straight
I
weeks.
remember.
It was
Mhm.
awful. So I didn't really miss sourcing then because I was just so miserable. But I did miss. If I had to like do a self-imposed like I can't do any sourcing,
Yeah.
that would be difficult for me because for me, I'm sure you're the same way. My favorite part of doing this is the sourcing part.
Yeah.
I just
Yes.
love looking for stuff, but on that same token, I can tell you, like yesterday, I was at a. Is he crosses you, Julian? That's funny.
He's cross-listing, I promise. My favorite cross-listing. I was like making fun of me, like, are you cross-listing or are you drilling? He's cross-listing, you guys. He's
So,
amazing.
yesterday,
Mercari changed their stuff.
Mercari is being a butthead. Anyway, Chris, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, yesterday we were at an outdoor like pop-up flea market yard sale thing. So like one of the local radio stations sponsored a like a yard sale that you could come and you could buy a table, blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah. They had 200 spots and they all sold out like within a day. And
Oh, wow.
there was literally probably like 2,000 people at this event. And as much as I love sourcing, by the time I got near the end, like that last half hour, I was just like zooming past things like, yeah, no, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing. I was like, I'm done. It's too hot. It's like I've been walking around for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
My bags are full. I don't need to buy any more stuff. Like, so you can get to that part, even sourcing yourself, where if it's just too much like sensory overload, like you just don't even want to look anymore.
Yeah.
You need to like break. That's sort of sometimes why I like not going to community yard sales as much as I like them, because going from like one yard sale and having to travel 5 miles to the next sort of gives your brain a break from just looking at stuff, and you can process what you did and process what you think you might want to look for at the next one, things to keep in your head. Where if it's constant back to back to back to back, it sort of becomes like a jumbled mess. So at least for me.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, I'm so happy that we're sourcing again, because that was hard. And tomorrow we're gonna go to a thrift store, and it's one of my favorite ones that I went a while ago, and we only went once, and I don't know why we never went back again, because that place was like plush heaven. Like they had like 4 shelves of plush, and it was overflowing with plush. And not that I need more plush, but I can't wait, because that'll be content for my channel. But at the same time, that'll be inventory so that I can list everything.
Right.
So, like today, we were hanging out with Savvy Thrifty and her husband. We're at the pool, so I didn't take any pictures, and so today there's not gonna be any new listings. So what I'm probably gonna do is like self-similar. So I mean, I don't really think that works, because what I was doing when I was doing it with the North Sourcing month, I didn't get that many sales, but I'm still gonna do it. So it's like new listings.
Yeah, so there's that big debate in the community. Is like sell similar better, or is delete realist better? And
yeah,
for me, delete realist is quicker. And I mean, when I do that, I do see an uptick in sales. So and I know there's like some people who are really like delete realist is definitely the only way to go. There's other people who are like, sell similar. I just think whatever you feel more comfortable with is good. But so long as you're getting, renewed listings daily, that helps with that algorithm, right? It's when you don't do anything for days at a time, then your sales start to plummet, right?
Yeah.
Something I like to do, like I will have so I know like tomorrow night, right? When I'm done with my 9 to 5, I am going to list probably for like 2 or 3 hours, right? That
Yeah.
doesn't mean a list, like I'm going to list, and probably the first 10 will go live, right? Because right now I don't have anything in my drafts, but everything else is going to be as a draft. So that way on Tuesday, I can put 10 things out. Wednesday, the same. Thursday, the same. So if I get 60 things listed tomorrow, I'll have 6 days where I can just put new stuff out every day.
I still haven't figured that out. How to schedule drafts. I just gotta figure that out.
All you do is you save it as a draft, right? And then you have your drafts there, and you just go into your eBay drafts and hit resume draft, and then you can just list it that day.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't do it automatically. You still have to do it yourself.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I mean, when I do 10 listings on a resume draft, it takes me a minute and a half. It's just resume draft 10 times, open up those windows, and just list.
Oh, then I know how to do that. Yeah, I thought it was something fancy, like it would automatically list your drafts or something.
Yeah, I've heard people say schedule drafts before, but I've never actually learned how to do that myself. Maybe someone knows how. Hey, if you know how to do that, drop it in the chat, and we can learn that too together. It'd be great. But I just go in there and just manually do it myself. But doing that drafts has been a great thing, and just helps with keeping that algorithm, keeping your inventory fresh, and keeping you listing, because it's when you don't list, that's a death knell for your store. It really is. Your sales will start dropping.
Yeah. He's back. Woo, how was your run? I know, right? So Will says, no, for real, I'm allowing myself to source only fast-moving stuff to list if my day job ends up going on strike. I want income on the picket line. Yeah.
What's your day job?
Will, what's your day job? So I don't have to talk. He'll put it in. I'll put it on the screen.
I have one of my good friends who was over. His job's probably going to be going on strike too. So I wonder if they work in the same industry.
He does work in the health department. The health department, I think. Yeah.
My friend works in manufacturing, so probably a different industry.
Yeah. Well, he hopefully he's writing. All right. So Melanie says my death pile is slim pickings now. Yeah.
I wish. My wife wishes as well. My death pile is slim pickings. I literally, she tells me every week, stop buying VHS tapes. And then every weekend I come home and there's some more VHS tapes in my bag because I'm always finding stuff. So
he works at a hospital.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are hospitals allowed to go on strike? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was good, Rachel. My legs were hurting, so I walked probably about. It's okay. Hey, Mama. Here's another birthday girl. Her birthday is on the 12th. Mine's on the 9th. Chrissy's on the 10th, and then Lori's on the 12th.
My daughter's a September baby too.
Yeah. When's her? What date?
The 28th.
Oh, so my sister's the 20th, and my mom's the 16th. That sounds great.
Yeah, she actually missed the cutoff for school by 3 days, so she is literally the youngest kid in her grade as well.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, all the other kids in her class have already turned 11. Like, she's literally going to graduate high school at 17. She will start college at 17, which is just crazy. Yeah.
I took my 13-year-old niece with me on a yard sale trail yesterday. Her favorite part was the break we took at IKEA for meatballs.
I mean, like, you can't go wrong with IKEA meatballs.
I've done both, but Sell Similar does an actual renewed listing. At least that's the way I understand it. It does, but sometimes I feel like it doesn't really do anything for us. But I could be wrong. I don't know. No, not good at all. Water leak and mold took my death pile. I'm okay with it now. Yeah, I remember she had I think she had like flood or something, a water leak, and poor thing.
So from the way I understand it, the real big difference between Sell Similar and Delete Realist is this. If you had people watching your item and you just go to Sell Similar, it's not going to notify them that you may have lowered the price or you've renewed the listing. But if you delete and relist it, it'll notify anyone who has been watching that item that, hey, this item has gotten relisted and it may be at a lower price. So it gives you a more an opportunity to sell that item to someone who may have been watching it before. And also, if anyone has your store saved, it'll send a notification out to them like, hey, these items have been relisted. I have saved sellers that I watch, and I get those emails multiple times a day.
That makes sense. I mean, that's like it makes sense. I'm trying to work my drafts up too, so I can take longer breaks. Yeah,
drafts are great. Really, that is like I used to be the opposite. I used to like, there'd be days where I literally would do 100 listings in one day, and then I would have 6 days where I didn't do any listings, right? So like you do that 100 listings, you get that huge spike in sales for a day or two, but then by day 6, like you're like 1 or 2 sales, you're like, what's going on? Then you list again, and the sales go up, and then it starts going down. That's why I do the draft, so that way it's more of a. I'd rather have a constant. It also makes it easier too. Like when you sell 25 items in one day, it's like, well, now I got to pack up 25 items. From whatnot. It's almost like doing a whatnot. Like, oh my god, now I got to back up. I'd rather do like 7 to 10 packages a day than 25 to 30 packages in one day. So it makes it more even keel across the board. Pick and preacher say I do a week's worth of drafts. It's a great way to do it.
Yeah, Keith is doing better than me. I'm just strolling along. Shame there's no specialty market for moldy goods. Yeah.
I don't. For what? Moldy goods.
Moldy goods. Like if an item gets moldy, like it'd be good if it was able to sell. Yeah.
Someone wants to buy something moldy, like selling like toxins or like hazardous materials.
Yeah. Hey, as long as we are moving, whether we walk or run, stay active and just press more, and it will pay off. Yep.
Yeah, walking's good. Anything to get the blood flowing and the heart moving.
Yeah. Yeah. Union strike fairly often there. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Buy all the TY Beanie Babies. Not trying to take advantage of your chat, but I will be live tomorrow. Just me, but I'll be promoting different channels and all that. Yay, you're gonna be live. The Peking Preacher, Keith, he's awesome too. Chris, he's very creative. Him and his wife are so creative doing their videos. They're so good. And he used to be live every Monday, but now he's gonna be probably like sporadically live. But he's also another good content creator.
I feel like I'm subscribed to his channel.
Yeah, he's awesome. And you can take advantage all you want, Keys. You are allowed. That's what we're here for. There are laws about how and when, but yes, we often strike for contract negotiations, staffing shortage, and yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to have a hat change again.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry. I'm trying not to cough. Keep tagging me in your story for your life. That way I can share it. Yeah, exactly. Already planned on it. There you go. We got to help each other out. I love your hats, Chris.
Yeah, I like changing my hats up. I do this on work meetings too. They love it.
How many hats do you have?
So my personal hat collection, I have about probably like 60 different hats, but right now I've actually switched. So like I have a big noggin, right? And I've always struggled finding hats that fit. And then in recent years, they've made these flex fit hats. Not sure if you've ever seen them, but they literally have like the stretchy material in them.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally been switching over that. So I have like 10 of these now, and I just absolutely love them because they're just like a perfect fit every time. I don't know why these were never made like years ago. So every time I can find one and something I like, I'm buying them.
I love going to the bins and getting a crap ton of hats and paying it for so cheap. It's hard for me to pay $1 or more. Well, $2 or more, because if you divide it, usually it's like $1 or something.
So,
but I love hats at the bins.
I want to ask you about your bins again too. I knew there was a follow-up question we were talking about before.
Yes, ask away.
So I know up here in Jersey, and then when I go into PA, when the first time I went to a bin store, I made the mistake of not wearing gloves, and my hands were disgusting afterwards. Is that the same way down there too? I
have to admit, I don't wear gloves. I'm very careful at how I look at things. I don't go like, I'm very careful. I'm like, okay. But so far it's not, like my hands don't get like dark or black or whatever, but I do feel like
Gritty?
After I'm like 2 or 3 hours there, I have to go wash my hands.
Right.
I have to go to the bathroom and wash my hands and then start again. And like sometimes even wash my face because there's so much dust at the bins that my
Yep.
allergies are just starting to act up. So I have to like refresh and then keep going. But I mean, I've never worn gloves. I was thinking about it, but I mean, right now I haven't had any horror stories. I have touched some wet stuff, and that was disgusting, and the smell was disgusting. So I
Mhm.
rushed over and washed my hands, and I
Yeah.
stayed away from that bin. But other than that, I've been really lucky, knock on wood. Like no knives, no needles, nothing like other horror stories that I've heard. So
Yeah, the first bin store I ever went to was down in Camden, New Jersey, right across from
yeah,
Philadelphia. And I didn't realize that you need gloves in there. And
yeah.
I literally reached in to grab something, and my hand came out, and it was like sticky and wet. And I was like, "What is on my hand?"
It's disgusting.
And some lady, thankfully, was there. She was nice enough. She had some like sanitizer for me, so I was able to hand sanitize. She's like, "Yeah, you really need gloves here." And I'm like, "It's my first time." She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I could tell." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." It was not a very pleasant experience.
It's funny how you can tell who are the new ones, new people at the bins, and not the new ones. Because when I went to not my regular bins that I go to, but like the ones in the not so nice place, I went there and then I don't know. They could tell that I was new there because I was so lost. I was so lost. But next time I go, I'll be like, okay, I know where I'm going. These are the shoes. These are the purse. These shirts, hard goods. So I'll be more. They won't have to look at me so much because they looked at me so much that day. She was like, "What is she gonna get now? What is she gonna pick? Like, why is she here? Get her out of this." I'm like, calm down.
So do you go to a lot of like Goodwills in your area?
Not as much as I'd like because
Of the budget.
because of my budget.
Like how's the pricing down there in Florida and most of them, like your like Goodwills, your thrift stores, are they reasonable, astronomical?
You mean the stores, right?
Yeah.
So well, it depends. When I went to Goodwill during the hurricane, the hurricane was passing in. I still went thrifting, and the shirts they weren't too bad, but the shoes were ridiculous. Like I couldn't believe that I was able to find the Hokas for $5. I don't know if they made a mistake or if
Wow.
they thought that it looked so bad because after inspecting it and washing them, they look great. I mean, yes, they have some wear and tear, but like,
We sold worse.
yeah, we've sold worse Hokas, worse looking Hokas. Yeah. And so it was listed. It was priced at $10, but it was like Orange Day, so they had like
Half
half
off, right?
off.
Yep.
So it was $5 for the Hokas. What? And like Crocs were like $15, $20, and like there was just the shoes are super expensive there. I think I wouldn't mind paying up, but it
I don't
has to
mind
be
paying up
like
if there's
really
money
worth
to be
it.
made. Right. Yeah. If you can make money on it, it doesn't matter if you pay up a bit if you can make money on it. But
Yeah.
when the prices are just astronomical, like my closest Goodwill, I go to like maybe once a year just as a joke, just to sort of see what their pricing is, because they don't have set prices on everything. Everything has its own price. And like you can't get a t-shirt for cheaper than $8. A t-shirt,
Yeah.
which is just crazy to me. But I do have a bin store, a Goodwill, not a bin, a Goodwill. It's in North Jersey, up in Rockaway, New Jersey. That every single clothing item in the store, doesn't matter what it is $6.98.
Yeah.
So t-shirts aren't great there, but you can get sweaters, jerseys, jackets, sweatshirts for $7. They've got some good stuff there, some good money on it. And then when I went to North Carolina, the Goodwill that I went to, every shirt was either $4 or $5, and I was like, "That's crazy! $4 or $5 for that's unheard of up in this area." So I was just wondering how Florida was like, if it was like similar.
No. And Florida is bad. It's really like I went to like all the Goodwills in my area, like the closest ones in the cities, and they were really pricey. And I'm looking at this and I'm just like, this is crazy. I mean, obviously, like they can do whatever they want. It's their, it's their business. But like, okay, bye. I try to look for other things to flip, but it's not worth it. And it would just take time. I don't know. That's why I've been focusing on the bins, but I don't want to do that because I love it. I know you don't like estate sales, but I love estate sales.
Oh,
And our estate sales here are really good. One company is like super expensive, but there's other companies here that are really awesome and not expensive at all. And it's so much fun. And I love the content I get from estate sales. And the people, like my subscribers, they love when I go to estate sales. So I know that me doing like random content and like going to the bins, everybody's like, okay, go, when are you gonna go back to estate sales? And I want to go. I've been waiting to do that, so I cannot wait because it'll be so nice to finally do content like that because I love estate sales. I love showcasing the houses because the houses are so awesome. Because usually the houses are either multi-million houses or super vintage old houses, which I love. So
That's
I love
awesome.
estate sales. I love estate
So I'm gonna give a shout out to two of my buddies from the Trash to Cash. I got ABC Matt. He's got a YouTube channel. He does a lot of estate sales. He loves it. And then Justin, the Susquehanna Picker, also does estate sales. He's out from PA. Those guys love doing estate sales. Not my bag, but they absolutely love it. So some people can do all of them, but I know for me, from like I told you, I don't do my YouTube channel for content creation. But anyone who has YouTube, I always look at the numbers, all right? And I know when I put out a Goodwill video or a thrift video, that is going to be a 9 or a 10 out of 10. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's just the reality of me putting out that video.
Yeah.
Like, most of my viewers don't care if I put that out. But if I go to a yard sale, they're like, boom, let's tune in to see what Chris is doing.
Yeah.
At a thrift store, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's the same with me. I feel like estate sales and garage sales is where the views are, and I haven't done that since I started sourcing again, so I cannot wait to go back to do that. But especially estate sales because I really love estate sales. All right, Will says penicillin is a prescription only item, not a good keyword for moldy clothes. All right. I'm so far behind. I'm gonna catch up.
Yep.
There's probably no better time to sell than bull right now. Oh, bottle. Yeah. So much vintage, so much vinegar, that stuff never expires. Yeah. Let's see. What are we talking about? Jersey, PA. I miss hearing people say it like that. You made me smile, Chris.
Yeah. I'm always saying Jersey. I'm always saying PA. Those are like the two areas I go to.
Yeah.
Hashtag glove free. I wish.
Yeah, we don't do gloves over here. I've done gloves and no gloves. I've chosen no gloves regardless, but so much soap afterwards.
Yeah. I keep hand sanitizer in the car.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Y'all, I just sold a Precious Moment ornament. Yay! The girl who poo-poos Precious Moments actually touched a lot, cleaned a lot, lifted a lot, and sold one. Never say never, folks. That is awesome.
So we actually talked about it on the other podcast, but I'll say it again here too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sleep on things just because people are telling you out there in the community that no one buys them. If I would do that, I wouldn't sell half the stuff that I sell because I literally, it was this February at a thrift store. I bought an entire box of Precious Moments ornaments. I paid $50 for, I think, 28 Precious Moments figures, right?
Yeah.
I paid $50 for 28 of them. I've already made probably $200 and some on that in profit, and I still have half of it to sell. Mm-hmm. Is it going to sell immediately? No. Is it super long tail? Yes. But can you make money on it? Yes. And if they have their boxes, they're super easy to ship them because they already have all their packaging inside of them. They're already wrapped. You don't have to do too much with them to ship them out and make sure they get to the customer in great condition.
Yeah. Yeah. Things. But yeah, I agree with you. And that's another thing why I love watching your videos. And you know, I learned a lot because you pick whatever catches your eye, you get it. Yep. You know, and I love that because that's what I was doing in the beginning. And I feel like I'm in my case, I feel like I'm overthinking it so much right now that I'm being overly picky. And so I'm just not doing as good as I was before when I was picking whatever I liked because it was awesome. But also, I don't know. I'm like all over the place right now. I wanna go back to where I was picking whatever I loved because it was fun. But I also want to be picking stuff that are going to be selling for good money because it would help us a lot financially. You know.
Right. Yes. Yep.
So that's where I'm in. Like,
It is a tough balance. It really is. You know, you definitely don't want to invest a ton of money in stuff that you're not going to sell for a year and only sell 10% of, right? Even if it's fun to buy and you like it a lot, you still want to have stuff that definitely does sell. So it is finding that balance. And, you know, that's also, I do a lot of research. I research a lot of things. I'm trying to constantly find out like what's good to buy. Like we were talking about books before, like, you know, find Stephen King first edition hardcovers. They sell for tons of money. You know, even some like lesser horror guys, Dean Koontz first edition hardcovers will sell for some good money. Will it be hundreds of dollars? No, but if you can buy it for $1 and flip it for $30, $40, that's a pretty good investment.
It is, yeah.
You know, another great one, and you probably know this, but some people out there may not. Old video game strategy guides, not the video games themselves, but the strategy guides can sell for good money. Not all of them do, but like Nintendo games, you find old Super Mario Brothers games, like from like the Wii or the 64, and you find a strategy guide associated with it. If you can buy it for $1, you're going to sell it for $15 to $20 almost every time. You know, and those do sell pretty quickly. Every time I buy video game strategy guides, you know, within a week or two, they're gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there's good money out there and stuff like that. And then a lot of people do leave that stuff by and they don't pick that stuff up.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Sorry, Chris. He was watching something that's loud. I was like, no, what are you doing?
I didn't hear it. You're good.
Okay, good. Okay, Coco, your head's just filled with snot right now. Yeah. We won't grow if we never take risk. Just take calculated risk. Yeah. Yeah. That's why tomorrow I cannot wait to go to the thrift store because we're gonna be there early and mom's gonna watch the baby. So I won't be worrying about her and I can just focus and I'm gonna look everything up. I'm also gonna grab stuff that I like because I'm gonna try to go back to that, but I'm also gonna try to pick up things that are like, you know, a little higher.
So
sales,
I'm going to tell you something that's really helped change my reselling business this year for the positive. Two things. One, I tell everyone I'm a reseller. When I first started, I didn't. Like I was sort of like, no, I'm buying this because I think it's cool, that kind of thing. I'll tell people flat out, no, yeah, I'm buying it because I'm a reseller. I'm going to try to resell and make some money on it because that's what I do to help support my family, right? Honest. And I'm always now, and I don't put in my videos a lot. People, I know you've probably seen the comments. People are always like, do you ever comp anything? I comp everything on this thing. Everything I comp. If I have service, I will comp everything in front of someone because I want to know if I'm going to make money on it, right? And that's not bad to do. You shouldn't worry if you're going to offend someone because you're doing that. Just be honest with people. Have I had people be like, oh, you're doing that? Like they look down on you. They may have like a side comment or they may not want to even sell something to you. Sure. But is that the majority of the time? Absolutely not. It's probably like 1% of the time where 99% of the time, like, oh my God, that's great. If you can make money off that, that's awesome. You know, like, because you know what, when you're at a yard sale, you know what people are doing? They're getting rid of junk in their house that they don't want anymore. So take it off their hands. They're happy about that. I'm sure when you had your big yard sale, right? And you sold 100 items, you were happy to get rid of that stuff.
So happy.
Right. I don't know why there's this big stigmata about like a lot of people are afraid to say that, like, oh yeah, I'm reselling this, or afraid to comp. Just do it. Like most people.
No, I'm not. I'm not afraid. I was in the beginning, I was kind of like hesitant just because like everything, some resellers give resellers a bad name, unfortunately.
Right. Yep.
But I'm not scared anymore of saying, hey, I'm a reseller. But also I'm not afraid anymore, or not that I'm afraid, but like now I will look it up wherever I am. I don't care. You know, I'll look it up. If I have signal, like you say, I have service, I will look it up no matter where I am. Because I need to make sure that it is money.
Honestly, when I first started, I was like, when this thing was over here and I'm like filming people, I was like, oh man, this is weird, right? But now I'm just like, and I know there's some resellers who say, like, even some YouTubers are like, oh, it feels weird to film people. I'm like, for me, I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm fine with it now. Like,
Yeah.
once this is here, this is like part of me. It's like my shirt, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's just there. So the only thing I have to worry about is make sure I turn it on. Sometimes I'll be done with the sale, get back to the car, and I'll be like, oh man,
Crap.
hit record.
Yeah. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Shelly says, hi, Shelly. Shelly says, do you hesitate picking an item up that's heavy because of the shipping costs?
Yeah. So for me, office 10 by 10, I would say 40% of my inventory is stored in here. The other 60% is stored in the other 2 rooms that my wife hates that I take up all that room. So yeah, for me, like, heavy items usually equate bigger items. Sometimes not. Sometimes you get a heavy small item, like maybe like marble bookends or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't worry about shipping costs though at all. I worry about size. Shipping cost to me is not a huge factor because I do not do free shipping. I am going to preach this from the mountaintop. If anyone is out there doing free shipping, stop doing free shipping. Let your customers pay for shipping. It does not hurt your business at all. You're not Amazon. They shouldn't be expecting to get free shipping from you. Let them pay for it. Build it into your cost, because if you don't, you can get burned badly, really bad, especially when you get to bigger items. God, free shipping on a golf club. Think about that. Free shipping on a golf club. You could be spending $30 to ship that if you're doing it through USPS. Cheaper for UPS, obviously, but gosh, factor that in. But big items for me are the thing that I worry about. Like, I buy some big items, but not as many as I would like. If I had a lot of space, I'd buy a lot more bigger items. So I also don't like, I don't know about you, but I don't like buying a ton of breakables because, one, I don't want to ship a big breakable because I'm afraid it's going to get broken. Because it's not because I don't trust me packing it. I don't trust, especially in this area, I don't trust anyone handling that package. I've seen how USPS and UPS and FedEx deliver to my house. So I know that box is going to get kicked out of a truck somewhere. So, you have something that's like I have a buddy who sells a lot of Pyrex, right? I'm afraid to do that because I'm afraid it's going to get to the customer broken. So it's not about weight for me. It's more about size.
Yeah, it's a good question that she asked because I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I see a big item, even though the return of investment is good, sometimes it scares me because I don't know. I've been burned. Even though I don't do free shipping, the last few times that I've shipped something big, it's gotten either messed up by the carrier or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, we have insurance and we can do a claim or whatever, but like that's not the point. Like an awesome cool item was ruined that a buyer wanted, and that shouldn't have happened. So it's like, should I, like, I had this awesome record player, what was it, babe? It was a Panasonic vintage record player that also played old cassettes, and it was really, really heavy, and it was really, really big, and I got that for $20, and I had it listed for $300, and I was willing to take any offers because I paid very little for it.
Right.
But the anxiety that I was getting just thinking about shipping that was not worth it. So I sold it at the garage sale for like $40 or $30. So I got my money and made $10. But the stress relief was like, the stress was gone.
The best way to buy source old electronics is when you find them in the box with the original styrofoam. And I bought a lot from sales that way and sold them that way, because if it comes in the original box and has that original styrofoam packaging, you just tape it up, put a label on it, and send it out. It's great. It's already done for you.
Yeah.
So I do sell a lot of VCRs too. It's one of my big items that I get because I know I can buy a VCR for $5, flip it for 40 or 50, sometimes more. But they are a pain to ship because I am like you. I have that anxiety. I will take some of my, I'm not affiliated, no plug, but I'll take some of my American Bubble Boy bubble wrap and I will bubble wrap the crap out of that thing. Like, it is just wrapped and rolled and wrapped old. So that VCR that was originally this thick is like now this thick, right?
Yeah.
There's
Yep.
you know, because
Yep.
I make it so like you can't. It's just it looks like a ball of bubble wrap. So yeah, there's a cost associated with that too. So
Speaking of my sexy voice, what are your favorite cold remedies? And what are your comfort foods? While you're sick?
cold remedies and comfort foods. Cold remedies. I am a big component of Dayquil, NyQuil. I think
Mhm.
it'll work well. NyQuil for me. I don't know about everyone else, but if I take that little, I don't like doing the
You
pill.
wanna see? Okay, bye, honey. Sorry, Chris.
I don't like doing I don't like following the pills for Dayquil or NyQuil. I take
Yeah.
the liquid stuff. If I take that like a half a thing of NyQuil, like I am knocked out for the night. That stuff just knocks me right on my butt, which is great. If you're not feeling well, you can sleep through the night then. And
Yeah.
then comfort foods. I don't know. What would you consider a comfort food? Like,
Soup? I don't know, something more.
I don't know. Like comfort food for me is like, I don't know, cookies. I like cookies a lot. I used to be called a cookie monster little when I was younger. So
When I get sick, I don't have that much of an appetite. Like today, I felt so bad because Savvy Thrifty, she and her husband had this amazing, like, so much food for us. Chewy enjoyed it, so that's good. But like, I would take a bite or two, and I just didn't want to eat anymore. So every time I get like this, I just don't have an appetite. So I don't really have comfort foods, I think, when I'm sick, just because I don't have that desire to eat.
if it's a food when I'm sick, it's always hot tea and chicken. The Lipton, you know, the Lipton chicken noodle soup, the one in the packet that you put in. That's like with the noodles. That's from when I was a little kid. I used to always get that from my mom. So that's my comfort food when I'm sick. But hot tea, always, you should be drinking hot tea right now. Hot tea is amazing.
Yeah. A humidifier and Vicks. Oh my god, I love Vicks so much. Do you know what Vicks is, right?
Oh yeah, I don't like Vicks. No, my mom when I was sick, she used to rub that on your chest. Oh god. Ugh.
I love the smell of Vicks. I love it. Meg says, I worked for USPS for several years. I think that's why I sell so many breakables, to be honest. I'm highly prepped for the excessive packaging issues. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot tea.
Yeah, sorry, you guys. Yeah, Chewy went to bed. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, no, I was just reading the chat.
I'm sorry, guys. If you want to talk about anything, Chris, go ahead.
I have a good debate that we had in the house tonight. She baked brownies for us, right? And I said to her before she was baking them, I said, "Hey, make sure you make them the right way." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Make sure you make them the right way. Brownies should be dense and thick and chewy, and the edges should be like crispy, so it's like that caramelization on it." I said, "If a brownie is light and fluffy, that's cake. It's not a brownie." And most of the people agree with me in the house, but a couple said that brownies should be light and fluffy. And I'm like, that's not a brownie then. So should it be light and fluffy or should it be chewy and cakey? That's my question.
Brownies, they have to be chewy for me.
Right.
They can't be dry and hard. If they're dry or hard, they're not brownies.
That's a cookie.
Exactly.
Right? Yes.
Exactly. Is it just me or does everyone want to hear Coco sing Smelly Cat? Good night, friends. This was great tonight, Coco. Great meeting you, Chris. You have a new sub. Yay!
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye, my friend.
Good night.
Bye. Oh, thank you, honey. I hope I smell better too. I smell better. Wow. I hope I feel better too.
Hopefully, I think you meant to say hopefully you can smell better. You'll be able to start smelling better. Not that you smell better, like you're not stinky or something. Right.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Definitely need to hear the smell cat now. I don't even know how to do that one.
You know a smelly cat?
Do it.
Wait, smelly cat. Wait.
Crazy. This is the amazing couple that I was talking about. You guys, I think I'm high on medicine, and I couldn't remember your names. I was like, is it Frizzies? Is it Fizzies? Anyway, these are the amazing couple that went to Northport at the bins.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't. really
Even
like
though
it.
100% definitely said Fizzy's fine. So
Yeah. They're awesome people.
you know what? It's Smelly Cat is from Friends. That was Lisa
Oh
Kudrow's character.
yeah.
I
When she
was
plays
thinking,
the guitar.
yeah, I was thinking of Penny from what's it called? Oh my God, Penny and Leonard and Sheldon, Big Bang Theory. I was thinking of that. She, what was it? Soft Kitty. I was thinking Soft Kitty, not Smelly Cat.
Yeah. Yes. There you go. There's your link.
Nothing's on the screen. There you go.
Hold on. That's the link. Wait, no. Is that your link?
That's my link. Yeah.
No, that's Linktree. Hold on.
That has all my links on there.
Yeah. That's
That
everything.
Go back to Anthony's comment though.
I'm going back.
So he says no one wants a chewy, gooey brownie, and then bite into a dry nut. Nuts do not belong in brownies. Anyone out there, if you're making brownies and putting walnuts in them, you're ruining them. Brownies are not good for you. Don't put something in them that's good for you to try to trick yourself into thinking you're eating something good. Brownies
I don't like nuts either.
are not good for you. They're supposed to be bad for you. That's what they are. There's sugar and eggs and whatever, flour and chocolate.
Yeah.
Don't put a walnut in there and try to dress it up and say, "Oh, I have a walnut." You know, it's healthy. No, it's not. It's still a brownie, and nuts don't belong in brownies.
I don't like nuts in brownies either.
There's someone in my household who's married to me who does like walnuts and brownies, and it's gross.
We forgive. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry I butchered that. Oh my gosh. Anthony, Mary, you're not a nobody. What the heck? I get accused of being Sheldon sometimes by strangers. You know what? I can see that.
When I saw his picture, I was like, he sort of does have a sort of a Sheldon-y look to him. So that's actually a good thing, though. I mean, highly successful gentleman. Okay, if you really want to know how I feel about walnuts, walnuts are the dumpster fire of the nut family. Any other nut that I can't, like, I will have a peanut, a cashew, a Brazil nut, a pistachio, a macadamia nut. What other nuts are there? Almonds, pecans, any of those besides a walnut. You know who eats walnuts? I mean, the name says right there. Squirrels eat walnuts. They're not for human consumption. I don't know why we started eating them. I hate walnuts. So.
Or the gooey brownie melts away, and all you're left with is a mouthful of nuts. The worst.
Right. No one wants a mouthful of nuts.
Nuts fresh off my nut tree. Walnuts are grandma's way of pretending like she made you dessert, but then just getting to keep it all for herself. Just saying. Peanuts are the dumpster fire of the nut family.
Peanuts, you get peanut butter from peanuts, and then going down that line, that's where Reese's peanut butter cups come from, and Reese's peanut butter cups are a gift from heaven.
Okay, now I know you said you don't like cashews, but I have to admit,
I like cashews.
Okay, sometimes I eat cashews as a snack, but not all the time.
Okay,
but I think those are the only nuts that I actually enjoy.
If you saw my first hat, right? Just plug in this company. They're from
Carolina nuts.
they're from North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
They've been down there for a long time. When we go, and I actually will order from them as well because they ship. They do a milk chocolate covered cashew, and they make probably the best one out there. It is so good. They're so expensive. Like a bag of them, you don't want to know. It's super expensive for how much they are, but they are so good. Oh my god, I love cashew.
So it's probably worth it every now and then.
Yeah, like a once a year kind of treat. Yes, definitely.
She just found a 10-pound bag. Wow.
All right, we're gonna have words here pretty soon. That's right. Gloves are off.
Walnuts and pecans.
Pecans are great because you can do with pecans. You can brandy them. Oh, I got brandied pecans. Taste so good. Roast Grannies removed Northport.
Have you seen her bins video, Chris?
Yes, I have seen some of her videos.
Yeah,
before.
Kristen's put the best 10 best ones and then 10 worst ones, I think.
So the 10 worst ones, she needs to come up here to the Northeast because that's where she's going to find them.
Yeah, I told her she needs to go to the one in Pine Hills and that's the one that's like really sketchy. We were just talking about Northport bins earlier. I found Hermes sandals and a $250 scarf there, so I have feelings. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you find good stuff, maybe like it depends on when you go because it always happens. Like some days you have great days at the bins and you find like wow, so many good things, and then other days you're lucky if you find like 5 items, to flip. So I think it depends.
Pecans are a little bit softer than walnuts, yes, and I like pecans. Pecans are, and like that's one of those things. Is it pecans or is it pecans? Like I feel like when I say pecans, I sound snooty, and I don't like that. I've heard it pronounced both ways.
I say pecans. I don't know if that's right.
Pecans, right? Yeah, I've always said it, but I've heard it pronounced pecans as well. Like
it's like
no, I do like pecan pie. Yeah, pecan. I'm gonna have some pecan pie. I actually like pecan pie. I just don't like walnuts. Walnuts are gross.
Yeah, I really don't like walnuts.
I see people talk pistachios. I like pistachios, but you know what? I don't like the work involved into getting into a pistachio because those shells are super difficult sometimes to get into, and buying them shelled costs so much more that I hardly ever eat them that way.
A friend of mine was just at the Orlando bins and tried to send me a video of what it looked like in there, and they asked her to leave.
I have a question about that. So did that bin store have a sign posted outside that said you couldn't film in there?
No, they don't have that.
Because if they don't have that, they theoretically can't ask you to leave. They can ask you to stop filming, but they can't ask you to leave.
Yeah. Last time that I would try to film, they told me to not do that or I had to leave. And then the second time, I actually got like a little bit of footage, but it's because I didn't have my GoPro with me and I was recording on my phone and I wasn't doing like this, like where people can see like I'm scanning the room with my phone. I was just like trying to be not as obvious as I could.
Like secretive about it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they get really like the ones in Pine Hills, like I recorded and I didn't, and I found out that you can't record, but they didn't say anything while I was recording. I had my phone and I was very like I wasn't like, yo, I'm recording, So I guess in a way they didn't think I was being offensive. I don't know.
So my first ever Goodwill bins video I put out, right? The first one I ever went to, I put out the video for that. The people inside knew I was filming, right? I got a comment on the video saying that someone was the manager there and they asked me to take the video down. I was like, sure, send me a letter and I'll look into it if you're legit, because I'm not just going to take the video down. And then they got all super rude in the comments and they're like, you don't have permission to film us, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't need permission to film you. If you don't have a sign up saying that there's no recording allowed, I'm allowed to record wherever I want. It's just, in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, you can record wherever you want, whenever you want without someone's permission. Like I could literally walk into someone's house and record them. If they asked me to stop recording them, I'd have to stop, but I don't have to ask permission to record. So
so
it's different in every state, obviously.
And technically, like, doesn't all the Goodwill bins have cameras? So people are literally being recorded without their consent.
Yep.
So it's like, who's wrong and who's right? I love this. It's pecans, not pecans. You guys, if you know where that's from, points for you.
No, what is that from?
Harry Potter.
Oh, that's Hermione. You're right. Yeah, right.
It's not. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Right. That's what he's referencing, right? Yeah.
I love that. We have massive pecan farm. Pecan. Nobody. I don't know how to say it. You guys, sorry. I'm not gonna say it.
Now it sounds like we're saying the word wrong.
7,000 acres of nuts. Wow. Oops, sorry. Sounds like a nutty convention.
And a nutty conversation.
Yeah. She's not a reseller or a YouTuber. She just wanted to share with me because she's a good friend and was excited to be at the bins I'd never been to before.
And they asked her to leave? That's so rude.
Yeah. I was actually planning on should I talk to the manager and be like, hey, don't you want more exposure for your band so people come here and spend more money? Like, hello.
It's funny, like when I go
I
to
just
the
won't record anybody's face, you know?
when I go to the Goodwill up in Rockaway, they know me up there, and they're fine if I'm filming. Like they don't. So it's not like it's like a Goodwill thing. It's just certain people want to say you can't film in their location,
Yeah.
but it's not like a policy of good. At least as far as I know, it's not like a Goodwill policy because like the people up there know me when I come in, and they're like, "Hey, Isaac Owen, how's the YouTube channel?" It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's see. LOL. I say pecans. Pecans.
Pecans. Yeah, pecans. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm like trying to my nose is like a little runny, and I remember, I don't know if you know who Back from Burnout is.
Mel, yeah, 100%. Yeah, she was very snotty in her video. Yes. Yep.
In one of her videos, she talked about how she was like, it was so cold where she was working, and she had snot, and she didn't know if people were talking about it. So I'm just like, no. I'm like, okay, I don't want to like.
So I will tell you, this is so
sorry.
My previous career where I got injured, you know what pilot travel centers are? I actually managed a pilot travel center, and
wow,
yeah, I had like 200 employees. It was crazy, but
wow,
that was a job where you had to be on call 24/7. And there was one time it was New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. I got stuck working for 29 straight hours because we had a service crash. I had to travel all over the place. But I remember at like 4:00 in the morning, I also did not feel good, right? And I was like, had snotty nose, and it was super cold. And I remember one of my employees saying, they're like, "Chris, you got like icicles in your beard." And I was like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh my God, is that from like, what is that? Is that moisture or is that like or something?" It was really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, like right now I'm starting to get that. I'm like, no, go away. We're almost done. Oh my God, I've been so good, except like the coughing a little bit.
This show started off great with some reselling content. Now we're talking about pecans and snot signals. So I don't know what happened here. We sort of got off the rails.
Chris, no, this is why I love doing this, because it's not all about reselling content. Because I have Will's wife. I actually want her on my show, and I invited her because I would just want to talk. And she's like, "Well, why do you want to be on your show? I don't like." I'm not that savvy on reselling content. I'm like, that's the whole point. Like, we don't need to talk about reselling all the time. So I love that we're talking about anything. Literally, right. I think let's talk about anything and everything. So it's not just about reselling. That's how we start the conversation, and then we get to the fun part where we really find out who you are.
Right. This is where my sub count drops to like 3,000 again. So I get it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but that's why I tell everybody, like, when I invite them, like, please, this is like chill. We're chilling, nothing fancy, nothing like. I hope that you felt good, like relaxed, and like just talking with the chat, and because that's how I want my guests to feel, like comfortable and have fun and just talk about whatever.
Last hat change.
Which one is that one? Metallica. Woo! Yeah. I love it.
Just got this one to do.
I found a Patagonia hat at the bins, and it still hasn't sold. And I thought that was gonna sell so fast because the ROI was like the sell-through rate was high.
Yeah, Patagonia stuff's usually good. My last Patagonia though is still sitting in my store, hasn't sold yet.
Well,
first one sold super quick. Second one is sitting there.
Yeah. Like all my clothes, Patagonia clothes, like they've sold, but like that hat is such a cool hat too, and it has not sold. And I am not lowering the price. In fact, I might just raise it. I don't know. Oh, speaking of, I have this hat, Chris. Okay, maybe I can get your opinion because this is fun.
Sure.
We're almost done, but there's this Russian hat that I love so much that I found at the bins in Charlotte, North Carolina at FlipCon, and it has 28 views and 6 watchers. And I have it listed for $30, and I think I have it priced really low, but everybody just keeps they just want me to send them a low like a lower offer, I guess.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's like one of the, what do they call those? Like, I want to say like a mamushka or something is what it's called, or a, maybe I'm saying that wrong. I don't know, but I know, yeah, I know exactly what kind of hat you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And
yeah.
yeah, and this is such a fun hat. And I know like the real ones, you know how much they go for, Chris? They go for like
Yeah.
$300.
They're really expensive. Yeah.
So I feel like this one is still good and it's a different color. Like I'm pricing it really low. And everybody's like, oh, Coco send us an offer. I'm like, no, I'm gonna raise up.
So do you not send offers?
I do send offer, yeah.
Yeah, I send offers every single time something comes through. I'm just like, offer, yeah,
I do.
something, please let me get rid of it. So I don't know. I don't know if you do it more recently. Talk to. I do sometimes tend to price my items up a little bit because I usually am running a store coupon almost all the time now, and I
Yeah.
will accept offers too. And I also do promote my listing, so I try to factor that in there for my pricing. So if
Yeah.
I see something historically myself for say $10, I will probably price it for like between 12 to 15, just so I have that buffer to, make
Yeah.
accept offers and, get my fees all paid for.
Yeah, I think I listed mine really low, but I'll I said if I get one more watcher, I'm gonna raise the price. And I didn't do that. I just sent an offer. But I keep sending a $5 off offer. I keep sending it for $25. But I don't know. I might raise it out just because.
I actually used to do dollar off offers when I first started. I always do percents now. I think percents work really well, and I like to do typically a weird percent. Like I don't like to do like a straight 10. Like I'll do like a 10.5%, just so it comes down. Instead of it being like $19.99, it's now going to be like $17.74 or something. So it looks sort of like
Yeah.
getting like a different kind of discount. It makes it's like one of those mind trick kind of things. It's why Costco prices some things at 97 because your mind looks at it and go, oh, that's on clearance now. You're like, that's something that's cheaper. So
Yeah, I was talking. Hold on. Smashios, green gravy.
Yep.
I was talking to Ginger Marvin. I said, "Hey, Kathy, does it matter if you put $29.99 or $30?" And she's like, "Not really, Coco. I mean, for us, it doesn't. It's worked. I mean, because that's like, why'd you put the 99?" She's like, "That's how we've always done it, but we could change it up as well. It doesn't really matter for us." So after she said that, I've done all my listings like as a whole number, and it's worked for us. I mean, I don't see any decline in sales, but at the same time, like people keep sending me offers like weird numbers, and I'm thinking maybe they're trying to do like a whole, I don't know. It's just really weird.
So since I'm older and I've been in a lot of different retail jobs and retail management, I said upper management before as well. It's just an old trick, It's like if something's $20 or if something's $19.99, your brain automatically thinks $19.99 is way cheaper than $20 when it's only a penny. But it's just the way our brains work.
Yeah.
When you're in that 19 part, 19 is cheaper than 20. So that's why they do that.
I'm curious if I should try that on the next couple of listings and see if that actually really works, because I mean, like I said, we haven't had any decline in sales because of that.
The best way to try it, right, to see if it really works, is if you have an item with multiple quantities, right? If you title one different than the other, and then price one at like say $20, one at $19.99, see which one. Make the titles almost exactly the same, but throw like a word order around differently.
Yeah.
It could be the word order, or it could be the price that's actually getting you the sale. Especially if you have one that has a lot more watches than the other one, then it could be the price point that's doing it.
Yeah, I think I want to try that. I think it's really fun to do that. All right, you guys. I think my battery is going down, and I think I've taken a lot of time from Chris's life.
I thought we were going another 2 hours. So we said it's a special 4-hour show tonight.
Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for making the chat like popping and like active. That really makes my heart so happy. And you guys are awesome. And Chris, you're amazing. And thank you so much for saying yes. When you said yes to being on here, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. That meant so much to me. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your week. Next Sunday, we're going to be celebrating my birthday, Chris's birthday, and Lori's birthday. She doesn't know this, but we will be celebrating her birthday as well. And if anybody's interested in popping in and hanging out with us on camera, message me privately, and that'll be a lot of fun. But have a wonderful night, you guys. I love you all so much. Chris, stay after I'm done here, stay. So Chris, you want to say anything? You want to say goodbye?
Yeah, I'm just still waiting for this really cool guy to show up that you've been talking about. I'm not really sure where it is. So
Stop it.
no,
Stop
thank
it.
you. Thank you for so much for, huh?
What's your next video?
My next video is, so I put videos out every Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
There you go.
Starting on Thursday, we have a great two-parter sale coming from Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. I get some really cool stuff and make some really cool profits. I guess I have no idea what's in those videos yet. I'm terrible. I am never ahead, and I need to be. And I get ahead, and then I get behind, and now I'm just again. So I'll be editing that one probably on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see. But it'll be out Thursday at 7, like always, like clockwork. So thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it. Thank you, Savvy. Appreciate everyone having me. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully I didn't tank your channel, and hopefully at some point you'll want me back on again, and I'll be more than happy.
Yes, it would be an honor if you say yes again. Stop. Yes, it would be awesome. Thank you so much, Chris, and thank you everybody. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys